Welcome to the Moon Men podcast.
Does the moon actually possess such strange powers?
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Moonlight is thought to transform some people into strange creatures to drive others mad.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're certainly glad to be here tonight.
We choose to go to the moon.
5, 4,
We choose to go to the moon.
2, 1, 0.
Now we're starting.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. If I tell you this joke in Spanish, you think you'll understand it?
I can try. Wait, let me mute my phone.
Okay.
I feel weird. I'm used to having that chair, but now he's using.
I know.
that
I
chair.
feel weird talking to you. I'm so used to seeing the black chair. What?
Nothing. This is we're doing this very late night episode, guys. What time is it, Eddie? It's
2.
It's not 2. It's like 10.
Why are you lying to them?
It's 10:30.
Why are you lying to them?
Oh shit! It is almost 10:30. I forgot how late we're starting this.
I know. We're not going for 2 hours.
No,
we're going for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, like an hour and a half.
Like,
Well,
yeah.
I was expecting like an hour.
An hour and a half.
Okay.
So you ready for the Spanish
Yeah,
joke?
let me hear it.
¿Cuál es la fruta que más se ríe?
¿Qué?
Do you know what I said?
No.
I said, I said, what's the fruit that laughs?
I don't know.
La naranja. Did you get that? Did you understand that?
Yeah, I got it.
The orange.
Yeah,
orange,
I
or-
got it.
okay.
Yeah, I got it. It was a dumb joke.
That was a dumb, yeah.
Yeah, it was. Welcome back to the Moon Men podcast, everybody. This, like I said, like we just prefaced this. Oh fuck, we forgot the fingers. How many fingers am I supposed to do? 4.
4, and I'm supposed to do a fifth away. And I think I've been
it's
doing
3
that.
fingers. This is gonna be a very chill episode. Me and Eddie, scheduling issues got in the way. Eddie's work got in the way.
Eddie's work, your car.
My car too. My car. What does my car have to do with it?
Because you're like, I'm gonna get a Wednesday, and I'm like, all right, I guess we'll record either Saturday or Friday.
That's true. Well, no, they told me it was supposed to arrive on Wednesday. That's what I was- yeah.
So in reality, it was your car.
In reality, yeah, we could have done it Wednesday. But you know what? We haven't done a late night episode like this
In a long time.
in a long time.
And also, I was busy Wednesday, anyways.
No, you weren't. You
Yeah.
were on Discord all day.
No, I went to a softball game.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Sunnyside, the Sunnyside Park.
Whose?
Coworkers.
Oh, like a league?
Yeah, it's like a league.
Oh, was it fun?
It was hot.
It's always hot. I think today it's jumped up to like a 111.
I think it was something like that.
It's fucking hot. I have no topics.
You don't?
No, I have nothing. Like this is bare bones, chill. Good morning, everybody. I know a lot of you listen to this in the morning. Good morning.
And then when they're at work, son of a fucking cock. We're fucked. I can't get it there. We're fucked. It went all.
No, it's right there.
Oh,
I see it. You have to maneuver.
Here, get your troll toes out of. Move your fucking troll toes.
I my trousers. They can't see it. I'm wearing.
They can't see your troll toes.
I'm wearing.
Don't put that
chanclas.
shit near my bed. Don't put them near my bed.
I'm wearing chanclas today. We got me in the shorts. I don't think you guys have seen me in shorts yet.
We switched. You're usually in pants and I'm usually in shorts.
Yeah, I know.
And in chanclas.
Well, for work, I always dress up,
For
but
work.
then when I'm home, it's always shorts
Yeah.
and chanclas.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, oh, I should get dressed up because we're gonna be doing video.
Why?
Well, not dressed up, but I was like, oh, I should throw on an outfit. And I was like, who gives a shit? It's late. We're chilling. We're
Exactly.
vibing.
We're smoking.
We're smoking.
Well, he was. See.
This is not mine. It's his. But he's distracted, so I get to
Yeah.
hold on to it.
The headphones are doing the trick. I think he's on the same match. On the same level.
No, that's level 2.
Oh.
I mean, we could just watch him and commentate on it, honestly.
I can't see his big ass head in the way. I can only see the corner. I can only see Aku Aku. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he died.
The frustration, he was like... Yeah, so I'm getting a new car. It's going to be lit. I might have it by the time this episode comes out.
When?
Well, okay, so I emailed the girl today, the salesperson. I was like, hey, any update on the car? Is it here yet? And then she goes, it just arrived. It has to go through inspections. And then once it passes, you can come in and finalize the paperwork. I was like, okay, cool. Are we going to be able to do that today? And then she goes, no, it's probably not going to be done this weekend. And I was all, why? And then she's all, because the inspection guys have the weekends off, so they're going to do it next week. And I was like, okay, so I'm expecting, because she didn't give me a date specifically. She has to wait for it to pass inspections, and then she's going to email me, and we're going to set up an appointment. So I'm expecting Tuesday or Wednesday, but I'm going to say Wednesday.
Okay.
Which will be cool.
It would be cool. You're going to pull over the...
Vroom, 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 vroom. I was hoping to be able to take it on my date this weekend, because that would just be a big-ass flex, like pull up on a new car. I didn't tell you I had a date this weekend?
I'm just remembering you have a date. It's because in my mind, I forgot to tell you, we're probably going to record on Saturday. Well, I did tell you.
Next Saturday?
Yeah, the Saturday is coming up.
Okay, no, that works. We're going to record a... Okay, I'll bleep it out.
But
we got a guest coming next week, folks.
On Saturday the 15th.
That's next Saturday, right?
Yeah, next Saturday.
Okay, yeah. That'll work. Work.
Like around 1:30. Is that fine?
That's fine, yeah.
What time's your date?
No, that's this weekend.
Oh, it's tomorrow?
It's Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was hoping to have the car by this weekend so I can pull up. Because I saw her earlier this week, and I was like, oh yeah, I might have my new car. And she's like, okay, don't show me. I want to see it.
You spoke into existence. You fucked up.
Yeah, I spoke it into it. Well, I was hoping that I would like manifest the shit.
Again.
Yeah, I saw that. I was hoping I would manifest the shit and that like I'd be signing the paperwork right now and like going home.
How long have I told you, dude? Manifestation does not really work that.
No, it does.
It works like 70% of the time.
It's like we talked about before. I think manifestation works as long as you're working towards it. You know. But like Princess and the Frog.
No, but for like in that case, you can't really work for it.
I know, but like in this case, right? The car I'm getting is a 2024 Toyota GR86. Mm-hmm. And it's the newest version of the Toyota 86, which is Toyota's version of the Scion FRS. And the Scion FRS was my dream car for the longest time until I saw that Toyota bought it. Or bought the rights to make the model. And I was like, that's fucking badass. Because I like Toyota, and Toyota is a trustworthy brand, and they've been ramping up the 86 line, and now it's at the GR point. So it's a GR86. So it's a racing model of the original FRS version. And it comes in a manual or automatic transmission, which is cool because they actually don't make cars with manual transmissions anymore. That happens to be one of the few that's always available in manual. I didn't get a manual because that would be a pain in the ass for
Do you know
work.
how to drive manual?
Yeah. Kyle taught me. Rest in peace, Kyle.
He didn't die.
I know.
he didn't die.
He didn't die, but Kyle taught me how to drive manual. And then Tyler actually showed me back in high school a little bit. But with Kyle, I got to like relearn and do it. And he didn't think I knew how to drive manual. Yeah, that word. He didn't think I knew how to drive manual, but then we were in that shitty ass truck that always broke down, and I was driving around for like 30-40 minutes, and I picked it all back up. The only thing that I fuck up with is stalling out the transmission when I'm like downshifting or not having it in a high enough gear.
I feel like that happens with everybody when they first learn manual.
Yeah, it's just something that you'll pick up because every car's a little bit different too. But Mike taught me how to drive manual.
Oh,
he did?
Yeah, because his Subaru was manual.
It was? So you know how to drive manual?
In to an extent, yeah.
Well, we gotta get you driving again.
To an extent.
Eddie's thinking about buying his first car. It's gonna be lit.
I just don't know what kind of car to get.
Do you want something new or used?
Used. Because everybody knows that the first car you get is gonna be the car you wreck.
It's not going to be the car you wreck. You can definitely hold on to your first car and then sell it off. But I would recommend getting the used car first.
Have you noticed everybody's first car they crashed? Like the ones that they bought themselves?
That's true, but mine was a different scenario. An old lady hit me.
No, but it gets wrecked. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Get a used. My first car that I bought was a used.
Yeah, that's what if I get a new car and I crash it, that's what I mean. So I just want to get a used car.
Well, that one I sent you.
A new car that's used.
A newish car that's used.
Yeah.
Like that one I sent you was I think it was 2016, which isn't too far. I would say.
It isn't too far, but I'm not a fan of that car. I want a car something like that, but it didn't specifically like it.
There's a lot that I think.
Like I like hatchbacks. I always liked hatchbacks.
Which kind of hatchbacks?
My dream car is a Subaru hatchback. Outback? Hatchback?
Outback. Oh, okay, yeah, I know
Yeah.
which one you're talking about.
It's
That's
an
your dream
Outback?
car?
Yeah, it's an Outback, right?
Yeah, Outback. I'm pretty sure it's an Outback.
Let me see.
Yeah, fact check it
Yeah,
real
it's
quick.
fact.
Why don't we use this lighting more often? Because then it looks like we actually have
Well,
decent cameras.
it's because the
Oh
sun.
yeah, we always have the sun.
Yeah, it's an Outback.
Outback. Yeah, those are nice. I was gonna recommend, what the hell is it? The Volester, Hyundai Volester, Volester. That, I feel like that would be a nice car for you.
Well, wait, spell again.
Volester.
Turbo.
Not turbo, just regular.
Okay.
I don't-
Oh, those are nice. Yeah, those are nice too.
They're really nice, and they look nice on the road.
Well, I think Angel has one of these.
No, he had something else. He called it the Egg. Rest in peace, the Egg.
Yeah, it was a Volkswagen, wasn't it?
It was a Volkswagen, but that one's a Hyundai, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
I think he sold it. I was thinking about buying it from him because he only wanted like 11,000, but I'm pretty sure he wanted it all up front, and I only had like 9 at the time.
How does that work? Like, let's say you buy a car that's used and you want to buy in payments. Who do you pay? Do you pay him?
I don't know. I think if anything, if you wanted to buy it in payments but you didn't have like enough, you would have to go to the bank, take it out. Because I've never bought cars secondhand. I've always got them at the dealerships, or I inherited them from family members or something like that. So I'm going based off of what I remember from Tyler, and Tyler would always just buy cars using cash. So I don't know. Like he never bought a used car that was like 14,000.
True.
So I would assume, based off of Kyle, that you would go to the fucking bank, take out a loan,
And then
give them the 14, and then pay the bank.
Oh, okay.
But then the bank has authority over that car. So if you start missing your payments, they're gonna come take it.
No, but you don't put your car as.
But they need to know the reason why you're taking out money.
Well, yeah, you could just you could give them a bullshit reason though.
I don't know. It's like fucking with the IRS. You really don't want to fuck with the banks.
That's true, but you could be like, oh, I want to build a deck. Do they own the deck? No, they don't.
No, but they can take your house. So I'm sure they could be like, they could come to. I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
if you say you're gonna build a deck, I don't think you need that much for a deck.
No, but that was just. Calm down. See,
he's terrible.
It's the same fucking level, ain't it?
He's doing the time trials, and he's never played this game like that. He's playing Crash Bandicoot. Did we say he's playing?
No.
Yeah, he's playing Crash Bandicoot. He's doing the time trials.
You know who? Okay, I saw this on TikTok. The question was, if aliens come and invade Earth, what 5 UFC fighters are you gonna send to go fight them? But I switched it up a little bit. What 5 historical figures are you gonna send to go fight the aliens?
You could have just said historical figures. You didn't even have to mention.
No,
the
but
UFC
I was bringing context in.
Okay, historical figures.
It could be historical. Let's do 2 historical figures and people
Just-
from now.
I would just say historical figures because then that also adds in like UFC fighters.
That's true.
So I would say prime Mike Tyson. Already starting off good. Theodore Roosevelt. I don't know why I instantly went to presidents when you said historical.
Yeah, so
figure.
did I.
Bruce Lee. IP Man.
Who?
He's the guy who trained Bruce Lee.
Oh.
And Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. Oh, Chuck Norris is a given.
Chuck Norris is a given.
I'll say Chuck Norris, Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan, that's a good one. I didn't even think about that. Was
Jesus.
that because it goes to Tsushima?
Yeah, no, because of our last episode when we talked about Genghis Khan.
Did we? No, that was like a couple episodes.
A couple
back.
of whatever. I was thinking about that. So Genghis Khan. Will Jesus count? No, huh?
I don't know.
OP.
That's OP.
That's OP. So
Yeah.
let's leave JC out.
I mean, he gave David fucking aim assist, so he's kind of.
I know, but like we'll leave him out.
Okay.
So Genghis Khan.
Because then at that point I could say Satan.
That's true.
Like
Yeah.
that's OP too.
Genghis Khan. Julius Caesar.
Oh, that's a good one.
How many am I at? 3.
3. Genghis Khan, Julius Caesar. Who else did you say?
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. Leonidas.
Well, yeah, Leonidas. Isn't he fictional though?
No, I'm pretty sure he was based off of the real Leonidas.
Oh, then Leonidas.
But he was a little zesty, so you might want to keep that in mind.
Oh no. Okay. Well, I'll say this: Abe Lincoln.
That's like, why do we go to presidents automatically?
That's
right?
because they're the older presidents. They're
badass.
They're portrayed as being badass.
Yeah.
They didn't take shit from anybody.
Oh yeah.
Not even the slaves.
What? That was a good one.
I'm sorry.
That was a good one. That was a good one. It was tasteful.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody out there is laughing. They could appreciate it.
And so yeah, Abe Lincoln and what should be
Spartacus.
Who's that?
I don't know. Wait, who was the Spartan that was like known for being a warrior?
Leonidas.
No, not Leonidas. Hercules.
I thought Hercules was fake.
Isn't he historical? He might be fake, but he might be real. Is it Leonidas then? I gotta go back and read.
Spartan warrior.
What? Don't just look up Spartan warrior.
Yeah, Leonidas. So he is real.
Yeah, Leonidas is real. What about Hercules? There's got to be somebody.
Hercules.
Yeah, Hercules. What the hell is that? The Nutty Professor, right?
Oh, he is a fake.
He is a fake?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew he was a fake, that fucking snake.
Yeah, it says mythological character.
Okay. Are mythological characters allowed?
No.
Okay.
That's OP too.
Yeah, that's OP, honestly.
My fifth is going to be Einstein.
The fuck is Einstein going to do?
I don't know. He's going to build a ray gun and pa.
He's going to take him 5 months to build a ray gun, and then he's going to have to test it a couple of times.
Find Tesla. I feel like he was smarter.
If anything, Einstein's just going to fuck all of their wives.
With that tongue.
Plug to that one episode where we talked about that. What episode was that?
I don't know. What should my fifth one be?
Wasn't that your fifth? Genghis Khan, Chuck Norris, Julius Caesar, Leonidas, and then
Abe Lincoln.
Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
That's 5. Wait, did we switch to Abe Lincoln, or are you talking about Einstein?
No. I think I'm gonna switch Einstein. Let's just leave
At least you didn't say like, Stephen Hawking or something.
Or fucking Chris Kyle.
Chris Kyle.
Have you ever seen American Sniper? He's the deadliest sniper of all time.
Yeah, but then even then, like, the aliens are gonna be floating down. He's gonna be having to and he's gonna need a spotter too. Like,
I find what fictional characters would you send? No gods.
Fuck. Does Kratos count as a god?
No, he's a character. He's a video game character.
Well, no, he became the god of war. Isn't that a fictional character though?
Yeah, but it's a video game, so you could use him.
Okay. Kratos.
Okay.
Arthur Morgan.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Arthur Morgan would get some shit done.
I don't know. His morals are gonna be in the way. He's gonna be like, Dutch, they have families. We can't kill them or some shit like that.
No, I'm thinking about like peak Arthur Morgan before he got the TB and everything.
Yeah.
The same Arthur Morgan that was beating a dad in front of his son. That's the Arthur Morgan we need.
Yeah.
Fuck. Now I'm just stuck on video game characters. I feel like Crash Bandicoot would probably do some damage. You can't fuck up a tune.
Ooh, Spyro.
Ooh, Zorro.
Okay.
If I threw Zorro in there, it's over. Give him Google Maps. It's done.
What about Goku?
Goku's OP though. He already fights aliens.
That's true.
You can't just throw Goku in there.
That's true.
He's defended the universe countless times.
One Punch Man?
That he's even worse. He beats everybody with one punch.
I don't fucking know. I've never seen the show.
But
sorry.
it's his name, Eddie. It's his name.
I know, but One Punch Man can mean anything.
Why don't you do like the Undertaker or something?
No, that's a real person.
But like the fictional version of him, like the lore version of him.
Oh, okay.
Like how they have these powers, like the snake thing.
So what's your fifth?
My fifth. I mean, do you got anything I can?
Batman, Joker.
No, not Batman. Fuck Batman.
The Funko's Wolverine.
I saw a video that was kind of critiquing Batman, and it gave me a whole new perspective on it.
Well, tell me now. Just tell me your fifth. I'll tell you my 5, and then we'll jump to that.
Okay.
SpongeBob.
I already got a tune in there with Crash. You don't got nothing I can reference. I don't know, Eddie. I'm spiraling.
Look at the
here.
books. Look at the
Scott Pilgrim.
Okay.
Scott Pilgrim would fuck up some aliens.
So I guess my 5 would be Rick Grimes.
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
Jon Snow.
Oh, shit. I forgot about Jon Stark, King of the North.
Wait, is it Jon Stark or Jon Snow?
It's Jon Snow.
Oh, okay.
Hey, bro.
You can't hear us.
King of the North. See, he gets it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a sick catch.
Yeah.
You were like that.
Yeah. So Jon Snow, Gandalf.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
That Spyro. He's too childish though.
Aragorn?
Nah.
What do you mean, nah?
Nah.
Sam from Lord of the Rings. The most OP character in the entire series.
Wait, is Sam the archer?
No, Sam's the hobbit that was running around with Frodo.
Oh, okay.
Sam's OP.
Nah, I want to get out of the medieval times.
Okay. Iron Man.
John Wick.
John Wick, that's a good one. I didn't think about John Wick. Rambo.
No. Well, nah. Now we need like a god, like a Goku or something.
Luffy.
Nah, not Luffy. Superman.
The Last Ronin.
Superman.
The Superman's OP. That's OP. Come on.
Fuck. All right.
The Last Ronin?
Nah, not Last Ronin. That's a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah. If anyone's gonna fuck up an alien, it's gonna be a Ninja Turtle.
I guess.
They already did it once before.
What's the guy from Watchmen?
Rorschach?
No, Dr. Manhattan.
Oh, Dr. Manhattan. No, Mr. Manhattan.
No, it's Doctor.
It's Mr.
Want to bet?
Pretty sure it's Mr.
Want to bet?
Sure.
What do you want to bet?
I don't know, $1. It's not that serious. We don't gotta bet a whole bunch of money on it. I don't like the way you said that all confident either. I'm gonna be pissed if I was right. Fuck!
It's Dr. Manhattan.
I own the movie and I own the comic and I've read the comic like 2 times and I still didn't know it.
Can't believe you.
You know what? I ingest so much media that I've realized that I forget a lot of it. It's a rotating machine, you know?
It's sad.
Well, I don't know. I like it. Like I experience stories and then they leave and then I get to experience other stories and then they leave. And then when they leave, it makes room for other stories. Like it never ends, you know? I always get stories.
Yeah, but I do the same thing, but I don't forget about him.
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
How?
I don't know. Who trained the Ninja Turtles?
Master Splinter.
Okay.
Did you know that?
Yeah. Who trained Poe?
Master Shifu.
Okay. Hold on.
I always get Master Shifu and Oogway confused.
How do you forget Oogway?
It's a long-necked turtle.
Long-necked turtle. Oh, so I saw this critique on Batman.
Mm-hmm.
It made me relook. It made me recontextualize.
Batman?
I don't know.
Ra's
I know.
al Ghul.
Huh?
Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul. Is that from the Nolan series?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I thought that's in every Batman.
No, it's different with every iteration.
Oh, I thought it was the same thing over and over again.
No.
Oh.
Every version has their own little like story beats and stuff. So in other versions, he's more emo. In other versions, he's more like barbaric.
Because in Arrow, Ra's al Ghul trained him.
Well, yeah, I think they were keeping that lore, but it's not like established, you know. Like every Spider-Man's gonna have their own Uncle Ben, but they're all gonna play out a little bit differently, I think. You know, but the same criticism could actually apply to Spider-Man too. And the guy was just basically saying like, how stupid and selfish it is of Batman to go and beat up on people night after night because he saw somebody shoot his parents way back when he was a kid, you know? And then he was like, well, yeah, I get that he's fighting crime and everything. He's protecting the city. But his whole justification for doing it is because he saw his parents die in an alley. And he's just taking revenge on everybody in the city.
Well, yeah, he's not a hero. He's an anti-hero.
I don't know. I think people try to portray him as a hero.
I mean, they portray the Avengers as being heroes, but they kill half the fucking city in the process.
That's something they never talk about.
Because if they're the real villains, if you really think about it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it would have happened regardless, and it probably would have happened to a worse degree.
Well, no, they mentioned it in the Avenger movies.
Yeah, what was it, Civil War? Yeah.
But that was a Captain America movie, but they mentioned it.
It was Captain America, huh?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It was Captain America.
Are you sure?
Devin, you don't even know the difference between Dr. Manhattan and Mr. Manhattan.
That's true. I was surprised that you did, though, because you haven't even finished the comic yet.
But I seen the movie.
Like once.
Yeah, and it stuck with me.
I don't know why.
Because I remember shit, Devin. I'm normal.
You know what's weird? Sometimes I get that movie mixed up with The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Never seen that one.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an amazing
Because I want to
movie.
read the book first and then...
Movie's better.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. That's one of the few franchises that I'll ever say has a better movie adaptation. Because I watched the movie, love the movie. It's like a sci-fi classic, right up there with like The Fifth Element and like Blade Runner, all of those, right? And I was like, this movie's amazing. It's fun. This is exactly what I want sci-fi to be. And I read the book and I was so disappointed. It just didn't translate.
I feel like it's whatever you consume first. So like if you watch the Harry Potter movie first, you're gonna be biased against the books.
No, the books are hands down better than the movies because I watched the movies growing up and then I read the books, and the books are just way better because you get to live in the world. I was actually talking to a coworker about it, and she's just reading the books for the first time, and she's like late 30s, right? But she's been watching the movies her whole life, and she said that the books are hands down way better, and it's just because you get to actually like live with the characters a little bit, you know.
I don't think it's that. I think it's they're not constricted to just a 2-hour limit.
There's that too. But with that series,
excuse me,
what I found out is that the guy who also Brittany said that she hates when you burp in the mic.
I know.
She said that it's gross.
I know.
But I was like, that's part of the show, man.
Yeah, but I don't think she's listened to the show ever since that specific episode.
Yeah, I know. She subscribed though. What's up, Brittany? What's up, Ruben? All you guys. I don't know if they're listening to this.
I don't think they are.
I miss you guys.
The only one that listens to is Alexander.
Oh yeah, but Alex is a goon. He's the die. Actually, we got to change the goon name because of fucking TikTok and social media.
We?
Yeah, we. Eddie calls you guys goons
No,
too.
I don't.
Yes, he does. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't appreciate our fans?
No. But
anyway, so with the series, the guy who wrote it, I forgot his name.
It was a chick who wrote it.
It was a guy.
It was a chick.
It was a guy.
A chick.
It was a guy.
Harry Potter?
No.
What?
Hitchhiker's Guide to the
Galaxy.
Galaxy.
I thought we were talking about Harry Potter.
No,
so.
fuck Harry Potter. Harry
okay.
Potter's everywhere. We don't need to talk about it. So... Don't say it. It just... Everything popped back up again.
But what?
My trauma with the Harry Potter shit. Never mind, you're confused. So, with the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, he wrote it as like a screenplay for a BBL radio series, right? Mm-hmm. BBC radio series, because it's a British program or whatever. And so they played it as a radio series, and then it had its own TV show in like the late 80s. And then they wrote it into a book, and then the book got adapted into a movie, and I think the movie's the best version of the story. But they're all telling the exact same story. So it makes sense that the very last iteration of it was the best and most flushed out version.
Yeah, to an extent.
Just watch it. It's a good movie. If like the vibe is fun.
Does Kevin James come out in it?
No. Why?
Because that seems like the type of movie he'll come out in.
It's like fun sci-fi. Like, you know the sci-fi movies that get way too crazy with their sci-fi? And they start trying to explain, like, every little thing and make it, like...
I think. I've never really seen that many sci-fi movies.
Really? Have you seen Valerian, the
Nope.
Planet of a Thousand Cities?
No.
Or the City of a Thousand Planets? Good-ass movie. That one is up there, too. Personal
The only
favorite.
sci-fi movie is, other than Star Wars, is Interstellar.
It's a lot like Star Wars, just less dramatic.
Oh, okay.
But you know how like Interstellar is like realistic sci-fi, and then Star Wars is like space opera. This one is kind of in the middle. It's just fun sci-fi.
Oh, okay.
And they explain some stuff, but then they also don't. And they just let it be fun because it's sci-fi. You know, kind of like deep medieval fantasy, and then fun medieval fantasy. We're getting interrupted.
Doesn't that sound like Daniel a little bit?
No,
No?
not at all. No.
I think we're good.
I think we're good. So I recommend watching it. And if you guys haven't watched it, that's a good movie.
Oh, I finally saw Godzilla -1.
What'd you think?
It's overrated.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's overrated.
Why is it overrated?
It's just it's a basic, not Hollywood movie, but in this case it is. It's a basic Hollywood movie.
The fuck are you talking
There's
about?
nothing except Godzilla. Like the whole how he looked was badass. But the movie itself was just overrated.
The fuck are you talking
It's
about?
overrated.
How is it overrated?
It's okay.
You're just being a movie snob right now.
No,
like
no,
your
no.
snobbiness is showing, and it makes me want to punch you in the
No,
throat.
it's not. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I like the movie.
No, you can't start off with it's overrated.
It's overrated, but I enjoyed the movie. I give it 4 stars.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's overrated.
It's an amazing movie. But okay, granted, you don't have context. I'm pretty sure aside from the American version of Godzilla that just came out like 10 years ago. Oh my god. Aside from that version, you've never seen the Godzilla franchise.
Well, I know that Godzilla was supposed to be like a symbol of the nuclear bomb.
Kind of. It was representative of that a little bit, but it was also just like capturing the helplessness that the Japanese people felt once all of that happened, and then the destruction that comes with it, right? And they put it into something tangible, because with Eastern media especially, you'll notice that like here, when we write stories, it's always like a feeling or an emotion, and it's just something that we learn like with the characters, right? Like they're going through trauma and that's what makes them do this.
Right.
And they do that in Eastern media, but they always put it into something tangible. They're going through trauma, but their trauma is in the version of like a creature that talks to them in the night, and the creature's telling them to do stuff. So they give it like something tangible, right? So that's the same with Godzilla. It was like the fear and helplessness that came with the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki manifested into a tangible form, and it just kind of captured the hearts of all of them. But that's beside the point. The movies were dorky,
yes,
and fun, but around like the mid 80s they started to lose track of what they were, and it turned really weird. Like
that's where Mechagodzilla and
No. Mechagodzilla's badass. Okay, don't start shitting on Mechagodzilla. I'm talking about like when Godzilla had a baby and was raising the baby.
Okay.
But baby Godzilla's fucking cute. He's really fun.
Oh.
But it was like, that wasn't what the Godzilla was initially. In the beginning, Godzilla was a creature that was coming out of the water and attacking Japan, destroying everything. And then 30 years later, now Godzilla has a baby and he's taking care of the baby. And the baby's using his tail to play jump rope. And it was weird. And so I've seen the entire franchise, the entire series, because my dad's a diehard Godzilla fan. Like, if you want to see him get passionate about something, ask him about Godzilla. He knows, like, the entire lore. It's fucking weird.
I know, but, like, what does me watching this movie not in context have to do with my overall...
with the Godzilla movies, as fun as they were, they never really had, like, a grounded story. this movie was the first Godzilla movie that had a grounded story, because before it would be a little Japanese boy near the water and he would see a fish with red glowing eyes.
Right.
And then the fish was a sign that something radioactive was coming, and then Godzilla would come out and start fighting whatever it was, and then you're just following some random people and you have no emotional ties to them, and there'd be these like 20-minute segments of them just talking about science, and it's just like, dude, show us the monsters fighting, right? This movie was the first one to have like a really grounded story that mixed the fun, destructive Godzilla with like an emotional story. And it's a good story. I don't care if you think it's overrated. It's a good story, and I felt things watching it. But I'm also biased because I love Eastern media.
I was, the only time I was like surprised was at the end. I'm not gonna spoil it, but at the end, should I spoil it?
Spoiler warning.
Was when the chick turned out to be alive.
Yeah, I thought she was dead for
Me
sure.
too. I was like, she's capped. That's it.
She's clapped, not capped.
Oh, my bad, capped. Okay. I'll use cap in the Godzilla capped her ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Godzilla fucking popped a cap at her ass.
And then she fucking flew away.
That was a cool ass scene though, right?
Dude, that scene was my favorite part of the movie.
It's a good scene, but the whole movie is good. Like, I love how...
I don't like the whole movie, just...
Why?
Okay.
It's a guy literally struggling with the PTSD of war, being a coward, and then seeing something that he couldn't deal with.
It's a coward's movie. It's all about a coward who decided to run away when his country needed him most.
Yeah. Is that why you don't like it?
No, I don't like it. The reason I don't like it is because I didn't see enough Godzilla. We only saw Godzilla for like 7 minutes.
No, it's a little bit more than that.
It was like 7 minutes.
It's closer to like 20, but I get your point.
Yeah, so...
But even still, like, that's kind of how they've all been, except replace, the rest of
the science.
Yeah, replace the rest of that emotional story with random scientist number B talking to random scientist number A about random science that they just made up. I know.
Number
random science that they just made up on the spot to justify this, and now they got to go summon Mothra and this other giant creature's coming to attack.
Even then, I didn't really like those movies either.
But like, I'm just saying, as a long-time Godzilla fan,
right.
This is probably the best Godzilla movie we've ever gotten, next to Space Godzilla, because Space Godzilla is the prime Godzilla. He's the best Godzilla.
I'll admit that this one was better than the American ones.
It's always better than the American ones.
Not always.
It's always better.
I like the first American. No.
Godzilla 2000?
No. 2014.
No, that was not a good.
I kind of like that one.
3 out of 5 stars.
It's
a solid movie, but a Godzilla movie, it doesn't. No.
As an overall movie, it was like I told you. I watch movies to unfold the story. I saw the fucking whole story by the first 10 minutes.
And I told you I watch movies to live the story.
Yeah, but that's why I'm telling you it's overrated. I'm telling you because I wasn't captured.
But that's the thing. You go in trying to guess the story, even if it's subconsciously. You're like, oh, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. And I just got reminded of it when I was trying to tell you the news in the car. You're all, let me guess. She said this and this and this.
It's predictable. That's why.
But I get that.
I like movies that fucking go outside the box.
I get that, but this one, it was just a good, solid movie. You can't say anything bad about the movie. There's not one bad thing you could say about the movie. You could say there wasn't enough Godzilla. Sure, that's an almost fair point. But when Godzilla was on the screen, it mattered, right? There's not one solid criticism you could get to it because the cinematography was great.
Yes.
The acting was great. The CGI was great.
Yes.
The story was great overall.
It was good. It was predictable.
But it's a solid story. There's no like major flaws with it.
Yes,
right?
there is. Because Godzilla is made to be this powerful thing, but he gets defeated by a little getting drowned or a fucking plane going to his mouth.
It had like basically a nuclear explosion on the plane.
Oh, okay.
And it blew up inside of him. But they showed that he could regenerate.
Yeah, but he's alive at the end.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But like they're trying to defeat him. They're not trying to like kill him.
So, but I know. I'm not saying I hate the movie. It's a good movie. It's just overrated.
You're just biased, man. You're just
No,
biased.
I'm not. Because I enjoy those type of movies. It's just since everybody.
But
was,
like you enjoy those type of movies, but you went in expecting Nolan, and then you were pissed off when you got Michael Bay, and it's like, yeah, Michael Bay's not Nolan, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy a Michael Bay movie.
No, I'm not saying I didn't.
But you were like, I go in there to unfold the story, and it was predictable. I saw everything,
Yeah, because
and it's like.
People were saying it was an amazing movie. When I hear people say it's an amazing movie, that means the story was amazing, and it was something we've never seen before.
We haven't, as Godzilla fans. And you go back and watch a random movie of Godzilla's from the 80s, just a random one. Just choose one, watch 10 minutes of it, and you're gonna be like, "That was an amazing movie." I take it all back.
No. Obviously, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. What I'm saying is people overhyped it.
You're gonna tell me that Godzilla 2014 is a better movie than this one?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that people were overhyping and overrating it.
They're not overhyping it. It's a good movie. It's a solid movie, and I think they're just giving it credit for being a good, solid Godzilla movie. You went in thinking it was gonna be something entirely different.
Because I didn't know what to expect. I went in kind of blind. I just went in with people's good reviews about it. That's it.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. Yeah,
I love that movie.
It's a good movie. But
I had to rewatch it.
I'm not gonna say
just like La La Land. La La Land's a great movie.
I was gonna watch it tonight.
You were.
But then
you.
we had this, and I have to go in early tomorrow.
I hate you. You're never gonna finish that movie, are you?
Yeah, I am. If I watch it, you have to.
What about The Great Gatsby?
Never seen it, but I want to.
Watch it. It's a good movie.
Is the movie better or the book?
Oof, that's tough. To me, they're pretty even, honestly. It kind of just depends what you're feeling.
Who made it? Scorsese?
No. The guy that made Elvis, what the fuck's his name?
Oh, Bow something?
Bow. The guy who made Elvis, he's the one that made it. So it's very stylized.
Oh.
And I'd say the movie's more digestible as like an overall story, because the book is like high literature, and like you can get confused off of the first page because he's talking about two giant eggs and rich people and poor people, and he's using all kinds of like symbolism, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? But they're both amazing, and I think the movie, like if I just want to experience the story, I'll watch the movie. But I understand all the themes now because I reread the book like 2 times.
Have you ever seen All Dogs Go to Heaven?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I remember hearing about it as a kid, but I don't think I ever watched it.
So it's basically a dog dies, he goes to heaven, but he has to help this little girl. And I don't know. It's been years since I've seen it. I saw it when I was a kid. But at the end of one of those movies, who was the main? I think it was Kurt Russell. He was like the main dog.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the movie. The dog was saying goodbye to his owner, which was a little girl, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go away for a while." And she's like, "Am I ever gonna see you again?" He's like, "Yeah, one day." And it's a very, very, very sad ending. But it's even sadder when you find out that the little girl died before that movie came out.
The little girl that was making the movie?
Voicing. Yeah.
That's sad.
Her dad killed her.
Damn.
Yeah. So when she finished all her voice lines first.
Uh-huh.
So when Kurt Russell was hearing her, you could hear the emotion in his voice. Like they sat in the booth for like hours because he couldn't get through his lines until I think on his final take, they're like, "Fuck it, let's just use it." And you could tell when you
at that point, like, why would you even like use it, or even continue with the movie? Like, you might want to reconsider. Like that, it becomes a cursed movie at that point. I guess it turns out to be.
I'm pretty sure her dad killed her.
Well, and it's not like I doubt you. I'm just saying that's fucking like if that was me and that happened, I don't know if I would continue the movie. Like if I was the director, would you?
If I'm already
Hey, we got all her lines, but she just died, and this movie talks about death and like dogs dying and stuff. Should we release it? Yeah, fuck it, why not? Yeah. And now you're gonna have to make your main actor go in there and talk to the dead girl, and he's breaking down, and you're like, one more take. We didn't quite get it. And you're like, I'm a piece of shit. Huh? No, one more take. A little bit more emotion.
I'm pretty sure they were forced to do it.
A little more. Kurt, I get it, man. Just wipe your tears. Let's go home. It's 11 a.m. Been here all night.
I'm pretty sure they were forced to finish the movie.
I think about things way too realistically.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well,
like
no,
I was telling him about the immortality thing with the lizards. He's all fuck no. Where like you're immortal and you're watching Civilization.
Yeah.
And he's all fuck no, I wouldn't do that. He's all, you got me fucked up. I'm supposed to watch fucking lizards fuck. I was like, exactly. What the fuck would you do? He's like, at that point, like, just watch anime. And I was like, that doesn't exist, bro. I was like, you're out in the wild too. You got to learn how to make a fire yourself.
But the way you were thinking is fair. But I feel like they were forced to finish that movie because the production team was like, we put all this fucking money in, and then you're gonna make it go to waste.
Yeah, probably like some sort of contract or something. But then imagine being the director in that position. You're like, one more take. I know. Just somebody get him a tissue. Take five. And you're like, fuck, man, fuck. Gotta have this done by yesterday.
That movie, you're gonna cry. I guarantee you're gonna cry.
Maybe. Oh, actually, I was gonna ask you this. That's weird you brought this up. But do you have a list of movies that you cry to?
Yeah, I have a few.
Because actually, I made a list on Letterboxd for all the movies that I cried to. And it's so weird. It's so random, the amount.
I cried at the end of Toy Story 3 when I thought that was the final one.
I didn't.
No?
No. And I fucked with Toy Story. Don't get me wrong. Like,
let's come back to the Toy Story topic because people are not theorizing but guessing what the fifth movie is going to be about, and it's going to be a good one if it's going to be like that.
God, they just keep going on. Oh wait, no, I heard they're going to make another one because they didn't finish Woody's story or something, right? There's supposed to be one more. I cried during Avengers Endgame.
Me too, dude. But I feel like that's a given. If you like the movies, like all the movies, you've had to cry.
You just had.
How many times did you cry? I cried 4.
The first time, I think I cried like 3 times. And the only one I can remember off the top of my head was the classic one.
What, Avengers Assemble? When
Avengers
everyone comes
Assemble,
back? Yes, dude.
As soon as he, you see everybody coming out, and then you can feel yourself getting emotional, right? And then as soon as he says Avengers Assemble, it just, the fucking floodgates open, and I was crying.
Getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
I was like this in the theater. I was like, oh, fuck.
You had your eyes closed?
I went like this to wipe my eyes. And then I was like, this is a good movie. And then
Tony dying.
Yeah. Spoiler for this 5-year-old movie. 6-year-old movie. Well, I mean, we threw a spoiler on for fucking, what was the other one?
Godzilla, but it's more recent.
That is a little bit more recent, yeah.
I cried at Tony's death. I cried at Cap's ending. And then I cried when Black Widow died. Well, I'm more teared up.
I don't know why, but there's something about Cap's ending that touches me emotionally. Like, on a fundamental level, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was out of time. He was lost. And then he got a chance to go back to it gives me La La Land vibes, and it makes me fucking cry because I'm like, he lost the love of his life, right? And then he adjusted to his new life, and he became the person.
He fucked the love of his life's niece.
He became the person that he needed to be. He did what he had to do to overcome the traumas of his past, and then he jumped on the very first opportunity he had to go back. A lot of
people saying that he was selfish for that.
Why?
Like,
well, you know what? Fuck them. Yeah, it was selfish, but that's a
deserves
selfish.
it. He
That's a
deserves
selfish
it.
ending that I would shoot. Even if I didn't deserve it, I would shoot
Yeah.
for it. Because at the end of the day, you got to look out for yourself. You know.
well, no, not even that. He deserved it. He did all this thing for people, and then he finally had the opportunity to go back. I don't blame him, especially to her, to
I know.
Peggy Carter.
Your crush. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't even want to touch on that. It's just that ending shot where it shows them dancing in their house. Fuck, man, that makes me. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of 11/22/63. I've recommended that show / book on here 100 times.
Is that the FBI show?
That's the one where he travels back in time to stop the president from being assassinated.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out it's a love story. Whoa, spoilers. That was their chance. So it turns out it's actually a love story. He goes back to stop the president from being assassinated, and then he meets a girl, and then they fall in love, and then and then she starts trying to help him with his mission, but then it gets to a point where he has to choose between doing the mission and saving her life, and he ends up saving her life. But to do that, he has to go back to the future or something like that, right? I forgot the intricacies because I want to rewatch it, so I don't want to whatever. So he has to go back to the future, and they don't get to be together. But then in the future, he finds her, right? And so
all old and shit.
he finds her all old. So there's like a reunion for her town, and she's there, and they're celebrating like her life. And so he's just in the background or whatever. And then it gets to a part where everybody's like mingling and like dancing and talking. And he walks up to her and he's all, "Can I have this dance?" And she goes, "Sure." And she's like this little old lady or whatever. And they're like dancing, and their song comes on from when they were in love.
Ooh.
Right? And then she looks at him and she goes, "You look so familiar." And she's all, "Do I know you?" And then he goes, "You met me in another life." And then it just fades out with them dancing. And I was like, no! I was fucking crying. And me and my dad watched it together. And he was crying too. Like, I looked over, he's all, it's a good ass story. And that's what happened with fucking Cap. Sorry. I get emotional over this. That's what happened with Cap. Because, Cap got to go back and live the life with her. That's what didn't happen with La La Land.
Devin, stop being a pussy. Get up. Devin.
I just realized why these stories are all hitting me. It all has to do with love. Somebody broke me, and it all has to do with love. Great Gatsby didn't get the girl. La La Land didn't get the girl.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
You fucking idiot. You're like, you should watch Great Gatsby.
11/22/63 didn't get the girl. Endgame got the girl, but
lost everything.
And it's just like, why can't we have both? You have to choose between everything and the girl.
Mm-hmm. They're probably gonna make a Cap show, a Captain America show, like him returning all the stones.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Hey, I'm down for that.
They just keep adding shows to these franchises.
Yeah, they have to kill it. But apparently that the next Avengers movie is gonna have over 60 heroes come back.
Jesus.
But that's from all the universes, from the Fox, from.
But that makes it hard to really get invested, Yeah. You know what I noticed with the new Eminem and Logic songs? I was like, everybody's chasing the past,
Mm-hmm.
We don't get nothing new because we're all chasing the past, and it's all remakes, sequels, and remasters. And it's like when it comes to video games, movies, TV shows, music, it's all chasing the past.
Yeah, but in a way, there aren't really any more stories to tell.
But there always is, and there's always fresh voices, but we hate the fresh voices. You know?
Because whatever they say, it's going to be like, oh, that reminds me of this. So it's technically a remake.
Okay, let's go to music, for example, right? You and I aren't consumers of new music. Let's just be upfront. We have our own little niches. We're not really what's popular, what's mainstream, what's new. But I'll give credit to an artist like Yeet, who's really popular because he has a fresh new sound. even if I don't really listen to him like that, right? But I hear it and I go, oh, I've never heard anything like this. Similar to like Playboy Cardi. And then I hear something like Houdini, that new Eminem song. And the first listen, I was like, you know what? This is pretty decent. I was like, Eminem sounds like he's coming back. Then I kept listening to it, and then I took it off my like songs. Because I was like, God damn it, man. M really lost everything cool about him. Because not only is he chasing his former self the entire song and failing to do it, he's also just like, he thinks he's being edgy, and he's not. Like at all.
No, I think he's just killing that version of him.
No, but like he's bringing it back, right? And even in the music video, plays into it where it's like they created a monster, which is like a throwback to the song, where it's like I created a monster. It's like they created a monster. Now nobody can. Now nobody can stop him. And then he starts like doing the whole "fuck my kids, they're brats. You're cross-dresser," and all this other stuff. And I'm like, he's trying so hard to be relevant instead of just like taking a peaceful exit.
Well, no, maybe that is his exit. Like, Slim Shady's dead. That's it. I'm done.
But the thing is, like, I don't know why. And that too, where he's like, oh yeah, Slim Shady's back again. But he, like, every new project he drops, it's Slim Shady's back. Slim Shady's back.
That's just a catchphrase at that point. It's
not even a catchphrase. I think he's genuinely trying to chase like that older version of himself, and he just can't.
Maybe because if you if you always tell yourself I'm the greatest of all time, and then you see all these rappers coming out of nowhere and now is taking that throne from you, you're trying to take that back. So I think he's just trying to stay relevant.
I know he definitely is trying to stay relevant. It's just like he's chasing the past. And it's very evident that he's just trying to be his old self again. And I even saw it with like Logic when he dropped Deja Vu. I heard Deja Vu and I was like, oh, this is a good song. And I kept listening to it and I was like, it's a good song, but he didn't have to make it like a fadeaway sequel. He's just making it a fadeaway sequel because he knows people are going to listen to it. And then I was looking at their profiles, and Without Me is Eminem's most popular song of all time. Did you know that? It's got 2 billion streams.
I thought it was the way
Lose Yourself?
No, The Way You Lie. Love The Way You Lie.
No, it's Without Me. It's his most popular song on Spotify. And it's ironic that his big comeback to his like last album supposedly is supposed to be a remix of his biggest song ever, where he's literally trying to like be the old version of himself, right? And similar to Logic, or similar to Eminem, one of Logic's biggest songs of all time is Fade Away, and that's the song that made me fall in love with him as an artist.
His most popular is Lose Yourself.
No, I was just looking at it the day it came out. What are you checking on?
Spotify.
Right there, Without Me.
Look at Lose Yourself.
Oh, yeah, it's got like 50 million more streams. Okay, you're right. But it's up there, right? Yeah. It's like you're remixing one of your biggest songs ever because you know it's going to get you like listens, And same with Logic. You're remixing one of your biggest songs ever because you know it's going to get you listens. And it just feels like generic. Like I don't feel excited about the music that's coming out with them. Like I was excited a couple weeks ago when I heard like Chance is dropping, Logic's dropping, Eminem's dropping, J.I.D's dropping, Denzel Curry, like everybody's dropping. And then I'm hearing some of the songs that are coming out now. I'm just like, what the fuck? I was like, everybody's just trying to beat their old versions. Everyone's chasing the past, the nostalgia.
The same way you're looking at them is the same way I look at movies.
But it's the same with movies too. With movies, it's even worse.
No, but a movie, it is worse. But it's because there's no stories to tell anymore.
There's stories to tell. It's just, do they want to take risk on telling these new stories and investing in these new IPs that may not get them any money? Or do they want to pump out another Star Wars show or another Star Wars movie or another Marvel movie because they know it's going to get them money? It's established franchises. Why are they going to waste $50 million to go and produce a new movie that may or may not sell well, even if it is critically acclaimed, when they could just pump out a generic Marvel movie and get fucking $200 million?
Because without the Marvel movies, then those new movies can't be, or the new stories can't be made.
Remember when I said like I felt like old movies were coming back and like there were more movies than just the cinematic blockbusters that we got used to? I still kind of feel like that to some extent.
It is like that.
But there's also just like on the other side of it, I can see all of the like what they're trying to do is every studio's trying to make the next Marvel, right? And they're trying to turn everything into a franchise or a series. They're trying to grab their money makers. And they get so focused on making those money makers that we don't get these fresh new ideas that are pushing the boundaries or that are just fun movies. And you see it in music, you see it in video games, you see it in you see it everywhere, honestly.
Well,
even
no.
in TV shows.
Well, no. Then if that's the case, go watch A24 movies. Go watch.
You know what I mean, though, right? Like, I know there are movies out there that break away from the mold.
Mm-hmm.
There have always been movies like that. Even when, like Marvel was at their peak, there were movies coming out at that time that were amazing. Like Parasite, that came out, what, 2016, 2017?
19.
19? Damn. Fucking time's flying, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
No, it's. I feel like it's always been like that.
But you know what? I just found out they're gonna be making an American TV version of Parasite that's supposed to span like 2 seasons. Why?
Well, no. It's kind of always been like that. It's just more evident now.
But like, why? And then what I also hate too was because of shows like Dexter, Breaking Bad, and I think The Walking Dead. Those were like the big 3 back in the day. That's maybe Game of Thrones too. That started what TV is now, because now every single show that comes out is this like long multi-season story that's like overarching. It's all dark and it's all dramatic and there's all kinds of killing and sex and all this other shit. So like even when you go to watch like new TV shows, they're all the same. They're all like, they all feel the same. They all feel generic.
No, not all of them.
For the most part. I'm not going to say that every singular show.
No, TV shows are still there's more, they're more flexible with TV shows. With movies they kind of have to reuse the same formula. But since Marvel is dying, now they're trying to see. It's like just like anything. You can look at sports, music. They need something that has to be the face of it.
I know that, and I know we've had these like phases throughout history. Like movies in the 80s, it was all big action movies, right? In the 60s, it was all westerns. When you're like looking at like movies. With music, it was pop, and then it was rock, and then it was heavy metal, and then it was new metal, and then it was hip hop, and then it was rap, and then it's pop again, and now it's country. And it's like, I know it's always changing. It's just, for whatever reason, I think with the birth of the internet, a lot of like media that we consume has just become very generic and very attention grabby.
It's that, and it's also that the internet is telling us that we have to like it. Yeah, I mean, that plays a part into it, but just like there's no such thing as opinions anymore.
No, I think there's an abundance of opinions, and when everybody has an opinion, nobody has one. Incredibles. You like that? Did you catch that?
Yeah, I like that.
You got that?
Because, like, look at me. I told you Godzilla's overrated, and you fucking bashed
No,
me.
but that was just an objectively bad take. But we could have had that discussion even before the internet. You would have been like, Godzilla's overrated. And I would have been the only person that would have influenced you. Because, you wouldn't have seen it online. You would have asked me and maybe like 2 other people. We all would have said it was good. You would have came back and you would have been like, it's overrated. I think no. I would have been like, Eddie, it's a good movie. You're being a hater.
Again, whatever. We're not going to go back to that.
But the thing is, I think, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of the content that we've been getting in regards to movies, TV shows, video games, even YouTube, fucking music, everything that we're absorbing now just feels so shallow because it's all just doing it for the numbers and not really the art of it.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing a lot of that. Like the video I sent you on creativity, which you never watched, discusses that. And it discusses that the true, like, innovators and the ones that break through and create like a new lane are the people that do it, whatever it is they're doing, without hopes of becoming like successful. You know, like yeah, of course everybody wants to be successful to some extent, but they do it for years and years and years and years without ever making a single dime from it because they care about it. They have a passion for it. Some of the greatest directors of all time used to have to sneak onto lots to be around movies. You know, they were like fighting to make movies. Some of the greatest authors of all time didn't get discovered until they were on the verge of quitting. But they wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote. And it's the same with any media. Some of the biggest YouTubers just blew up overnight and they were grinding on YouTube for years. Streamers, whatever you look at, right? Mm-hmm. And it's always the people that just do it because they like doing it. And what we're seeing, I think, is more and more people doing it, not because they like doing it, but because they can do it. Like I said, the internet's one of the greatest tools that's ever been made, but because of it, like, everybody gets the chance to do whatever. Like, I heard, this is going to sound a little, superior, help me out here. It's going to sound a little,
I don't know how to help you out if I don't know the context of it.
Whatever. It's going to sound douchey, I think, right? But I heard two people at work talking about how they wanted to make a podcast. And they're like, oh, yeah, I've always wanted to make a podcast. Like, I feel like I have great discussions, which is what everybody says when they want to start a podcast. And right. I'll never shit on people for wanting to do this. But they were saying it not with passion, but because they see that podcasts can make a lot of money. And I could see a scenario where people look at art like that now, right? They want to do it because they see it gets money and attention. And they don't want to do it to do it. You know, like, we're doing this to do this. We're not blowing up on TikTok. We don't have millions of people watching us. Mm-hmm. Like, we have some sponsors, but we're not making a shit ton of money from the show or anything. We're doing this because we like doing it. Which is why I think we stick out a little bit versus people that are just doing it to try to get famous right away. Or like when YouTubers or other like famous people will start a podcast and then drop like 3 episodes and then never talk about it ever again. And then it just disappears. You know, you never hear about this fucking podcast ever again. And they were just doing it to try to like do it. I don't know. I'm conflicted because on the one hand, I don't want to stop them from doing what they want to do. On the other hand, you should only do it if you really care about it, right?
Well, no, I think they're able to do it because without them, then we know that was bad. So it's a yin and yang type thing.
Yeah, I guess.
So like the people who are making the art, like with movies, if there's someone right now making a movie that's gonna change the world, but it's not gonna change the world when they want it to. It's gonna change the world in 50 years. That look at Da Vinci and all the painters.
That's wise. That was really wise of you.
In the moment when they released their first painting, no one gave a shit. But 100 years later, everyone gives a shit.
Yeah, so, like, I mean, I was gonna jump in, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
So, like, in order for great movies to happen, a lot of bad movies have to happen first. Just like when you become a YouTuber, your first 1,000 videos are gonna be shit, but then you're gonna make that one video where you pour your heart, soul, tears, everything into it, and that's what's gonna help you blow up.
I understand that, but it's like, you know, we had bad movies back in the day. We had bad movies in the, you know, if you hit the bat at the beginning, it stops them from spawning, right?
Dumb.
If you hit the bats in the beginning, it stops them from. Okay, whatever. I know even like during some of the peak cinema years, right? Like 80s, 90s, 70s, whatever. Like when we were getting some of the best movies of all time, we were also getting some of the worst movies of all time. Like, I understand that there's always like bad movies, but there's a difference between being like just a bad movie and just being a shallow cash grab. And there were shallow cash grabs back in the past, but I think now it's more present than ever.
It's because of the internet, but
that's what I was saying.
It's because there's a lot of people now. And I think people are starting to open their eyes. But there's a lot of people now who are just yes men. And that's a problem. The people who broke into lots, who fucking broke into the recording studio, they they did it because they couldn't take shit away. He fucking
ra-
got bored.
He rage quit. Why are you doing the time trials?
I haven't done the time trials.
Oh, yeah, he has no records to beat.
Yeah. What was my point? Oh yeah, the people who broke into the recording studios and all that, it's because they knew that the yes men aren't doing it, so they have to do it. It's like if you want something done, you have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
So right now those people are getting stopped, but in 20 years they're gonna be the same people who are making trendy movies.
Yeah, I get that. That wasn't my complaint. My complaint was just the oversaturation of like
What is he playing
shallow
now?
content. X Defiant.
Oh yeah.
It's just I just hate the amount of shallow content that we're getting, and like I know that me complaining about it isn't gonna impact anything. I don't have executive producer status on any major film studio, you know. It's just or any music label or whatever, what have you. Insert whatever here. It just sucks because as a consumer of content and
Wait,
just
hold
a
on.
big nerd.
Mute the mic. It's on the headset.
Is his mic on?
It's gonna be on when he plays a game. Give it to me.
He called you pal, but we didn't get it on recording.
Call me bro.
He said pal.
He said bro.
He said pal.
He said bro.
He said pal.
Whatever.
Pal world.
It's from here on now. It's gonna be like that. So we just kind of have to live with it until we get into a position where we could change it.
I know. If anything, it's just
because right now you just sound like a complaining.
If anything, this is just motivation for the people that actually have a passion in their life to like chase it through, because it can be demotivating to see all of these like wannabes or people that don't really care about it like going and succeeding where you're not, you know. Like for you, for example, you know you want to be a director, you know you have stories to tell, you know you could probably do it in a unique way, but then you could see, like, you could go on TikTok and one day and then see some random kid who just started directing like a year ago blow up.
Yeah, but at that point you're being envious.
Yeah, it's a little bit of envy, but it's just that's the human condition, you know? And it just sucks that our society's gotten to a point now where we just care about the hot new commodity instead of the effort being put into it.
I think it's
and that's why like it inspires artists to just chase what they know is going to work, because then it's a creative down spiral. We just need new creative voices. That's all I'm saying.
They like I said, they are. It's just that it's gonna take 20 years for them to finally get the credit.
It's going to take like another 10 years for them to actually blow onto the scene. Yeah, but it's just maybe they haven't even started yet. Maybe them hearing this is what inspires them to start. I don't know. I'm just saying it just sucks, you know. I want more creativity.
I don't think it sucks. I think it's more like it's just like anything. It's just we're in a rock bottom right now. But there's going to be that one person and he's going to be the leader to the next, or he or she is going to be no, he or she, because I just said he. I didn't say he, she. I said he or she.
Said it again. I didn't say he, she.
I didn't say he, she. They're going to be the leader to propel us into the next thing, but they're going to be the deaf. They're going to be the ones that cause the next rock bottom. Because look at Eminem. He's the one who's started this type of rap, and now he's crashing down.
I think Eminem was just a case of what the hell is it, Icarus?
He was flying too close to the sun.
Too close to the sun.
Icarus.
Yeah, I think it was just a case of he flew too close to the sun, he got burned, and then with his personality being as spiteful and as stubborn as he is, he couldn't just let it go.
I guess.
So he kept trying to chase that high of being able to go next to the sun and then come back down. And every single time he got close, he would just keep falling, you know? But I don't know. I just think that in general, we're seeing a creative
Drought.
Thank you. I was struggling there for a second. We're seeing a creative drought on all media. And I just want to see some creativity because I want to be able to play fun games again. I want to be able to enjoy the media I'm consuming.
Like I told you, if you want something done, do it yourself.
But Ghost of Tsushima is fire. I've played 2 hours of it, and it's game of the year. I know it came out like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, but game of the year.
Told you. I want to play The Last Ronin.
It's weird taking game advice from you because I played like triple the amount of games you played, and we don't like the same games.
I know.
And so I was like, when you're out, it's good. I was like, fuck, I might not like this. But I ended up, I'm liking it a lot. Like, I almost canceled on you to just keep playing. That's how I knew I liked it.
If you cancel on me, we were going to be fucked.
I know. I couldn't cancel on you, but I almost did. I was like, we could do it tomorrow.
We can't do it tomorrow.
I was like, I just want to play. Like, as soon as I sliced somebody, as soon as I did the standoff and sliced somebody, I was like, this is game of the year right here. As soon as I parried somebody, I was like, game of the year. This is fucking badass.
I re-downloaded it just so I could replay it.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm going to go from Ghost of Tsushima, and then I'm probably just going to, like, bounce around, play, like, Blasphemous, and then I'll jump over to, like, Assassin's Creed Unity.
Now, I need a new game. I just don't know what game to get.
What kind of game do you want?
Like a Ghost of Tsushima type game.
Like Japanese or like open world?
Open world, but with a great story.
Open world, great story.
I'm just chasing another Red Dead itch. Because I liked Mafia, and then I liked Firewatch.
Mafia sucks though because they don't let you explore the open world. That's my only complaint. They give you this amazing world and everything is tied to a quest.
Yeah, but the story was great.
No, the story was good. But like there's certain sections where you're like, "Oh, let me just drive around. It's rainy, it's nice, it's dark outside, like it looks sick. You want to go explore and it's all go to your mission."
Oh, I forgot I finished Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2.
Good game.
Yeah. I don't know. Open world, great story. That's kind of
I was thinking about I downloaded Assassin's Creed 3.
If you're going to go with any Assassin's Creed, you have to go 2.
I don't think it was on there, that's why.
Assassin's Creed 2 is the peak of Assassin's Creed, and they've been chasing that high ever since. But if you want a different version of the same coin, Assassin's Creed 4. It's a pirate game, though.
Yeah.
If you don't like pirates, you're not going to like it.
No, that I chose Assassin's Creed 3 because of the war.
But then after,
I think I'm going to get Cyberpunk.
Oh, yeah, that's good, but the story's shit.
It is?
Well, people complain about it, and I saw this guy that was kind of breaking it down, and I was like, yeah, that it does make sense. And I liked the world. The gameplay felt a little flat to me, and the story was just kind of throwing me off. But he explains it really well. There's just a lot of little dumb things. Like, here's an example. This isn't in the game, but like you'll have to find a computer chip, and it's supposed to be frozen, and so you're still the computer chip, and then you don't have anywhere to put the computer chip, so you hide it in your body because people are coming to steal the computer chip, but your body's warm and it needs to be frozen, but they don't address it, and then you just keep on pushing, and then you see shit like that all throughout the game.
There's a lot of plot holes.
A lot of plot holes, a lot of inconsistencies, and a lot of just dumb decisions, you know? Like when they just don't know how to write. Like with The Forest or Sons of the Forest, that was the biggest thing too. A lot of people complained about is the story, and it's like you get dropped into this world and they give you all these secrets, and it's just a really dumb answer. That's why people didn't like Fallout 4, because it's got good gameplay, it's got a great open world, but the story is where people are like, it's a dumb game.
I also was gonna play Stray. I know it's a very stupid concept, but the like 2 hours I played was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't get into it. I don't know. I saw gameplay of it and I was like, that doesn't.
You're just a walking cat.
Yeah, it's a walking simulator. But you like walking simulators, so like Stray's a good one. I mean, it's cute cat. You get to do cute cat shit. You can name him Mr. Meow. You can stare at his balls while he scratches stuff. Because don't they have that, those like little interactive pieces, and you can like jump into a box and shit. I was like, oh, that's cute. I was like, but cats are assholes, man. I don't know why people like cats so much.
Yeah, the whole reason why I like it is because there's no humans. It's just robots.
There's something wrong with you.
No, it's because it goes to like...
You heard it, huh, y'all? No, it's not like that.
No.
Ooh, why don't you play Assassin's Creed Unity?
I heard that one was shit.
No, it was shit on release because it released buggy. But it's like, it's got great gameplay mechanics and a pretty good story.
I'll probably play 3 and then that's what, 5?
Yeah, technically. It's it takes place in France during the revolution.
I've seen gameplay because ever since I downloaded Assassin's Creed 3, I've been getting a lot of shit on my TikTok.
It's the one where they actually look like they're doing parkour and it looks pretty badass.
Yeah.
It's fun to play too.
I don't know. I'll see. And then if I have the time to.
But you're kind of fucked. I want you to know that.
Why?
Because you're chasing the Red Dead high, and like you tried meth for the first time, and then you're like, I want something like meth, and it's like, dude, that's as good as it gets.
Well, so far it hasn't failed me because of Spider-Man 2. It hasn't failed me because of Mafia.
Well, no, those are good games, but they're not Red Dead.
They're not Red Dead. Nothing's gonna be Red Dead.
Nothing's gonna be Red.
But like,
I've played hundreds of games, and Red Dead is my favorite game of all time. It took over Fallout 4. And you want me to recommend you a game that's like I'm like,
no. What I'm trying to say is a great story and open world.
Well, yeah, but I could throw you a bunch, and I already know like where you'll like not feel it.
Like so far, your misses have been the Outer Worlds,
the Outer Wilds. That's a masterpiece. I literally showed him yesterday. We went onto the Steam review page, and you can scroll all the way down for fucking minutes. Not a single bad review. It's got an overwhelmingly positive score, and that's equivalent to like a 99% like ratio.
Devin, it's overrated.
It's not.
It's overrated.
You don't understand though. That's what, like, I'd understand it if you got all the way to the end by yourself, no tutorials, you figured out the story, you got the good ending, and then you were like, it's overrated. You got like 20 minutes into it, and you're saying it's overrated.
Well, to be fair,
you're gonna say you don't like the graphics because they're cartoonish, and I hate when you say that.
Well, that's one critique, but the second critique is I was playing it while talking to you two bozos.
BioShock Infinite.
Okay. Let me get through these games I just listed, and then we'll come back to it.
I think you'll like Far Cry 5.
Devin, I think we should call it. It's that time.
Okay. That's a good time. That's a good time.
And I want
my ass hurts.
And I want to go.
We didn't even take an ad break. I'm gonna have to throw one.
We didn't. Let's do an ad break now.
No, it's fine. We'll just end it now.
Okay. Damn, then we went for an hour and a half solid, just straight. That was badass. Good job. We haven't done that in a while. High five.
Didn't we do that last episode?
No.
Oh no, we kept taking breaks.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to add?
No, I want to go memes.
Memes? I thought we were gonna go to the clubs.
We didn't even talk about that.
We didn't talk about that. Stay tuned 2 episodes from now when we talk about going to the club and how Eddie was wilding out there. That's all I'm gonna say. I got videos of him tapping his foot, man.
Oh my god.
Anyways, thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast.
Seats. Can you end the stream once we say
seats? Thank you for being.
Or when can you end the recording when we say not yet?
It's big seats.
Now?
Look at him.
Now I think so. Just end it.
Wait.
He ended it. Who cares?
Oh, you didn't end it yet?
No.
Thank you for listening, everyone. We love you. We appreciate you. We're gonna have a guest on next week, so stay tuned. Eddie, say bye to the fans. All right, end it.